Hello, Internet, and thank you very much for tuning into another live stream of 2026. We are covering for the very first time London Tech Week 2026 with my co host, who will be doing the field reporting duties in a while for this show as well. So let's buckle up and enjoy the show. And as we move along with this show, feel free to ask any question you have on some of the prospects as well. So a bit about the show in itself. Here's the link and here's a website for you. It's called London Tech Week 2026. When you look at the website, it's full of so much agenda, so much happening for this event in particular as well. We're covering for a very first time on YouTube two YouTube channel. One is Cloud Native FM and Cloud Therapist YouTube show. This is happening for the next 4 days, as of today, from Monday till 12th of June at Olympia, London, bringing together with investors, innovators, and enterprise tech leader shaping the future of business through technology. And absolutely, this is for the very first time the Cloud Native FM and Cloud Therapist will be on the floor asking questions as we move along. So, a bit about the agenda in itself. One, if you look at the agenda for the Tech Week, London Tech Week, the speakers include AMD, Perplexity, OpenAI, Microsoft UK, AWS UK and Ireland, and bunch of very, very important and the most vital vendors in the space as well. So today, on the first day of the London Tech Week, we will open with the full orientation of the shows, tracks, some things to learn from the keynote in itself, and then we head straight into my guest, Richard Simon. He will be on the floor. We will walking through the show cost scroll, live vendor demos, unscripted conversation as usually the part of these shows, and the question the community actually wants answer from. And we will be trying to learn from some of the vendors about platform engineering, generative AI infrastructure, DevOps automation, and internal developer platform, and bunch of other really cool topics during the showcase in itself. So before let's head back to the website in particular and try to cover what's actually its pack for us on the showcase as well. If you look at the showcase agenda for, I think it's happening quite a while, and this time in particular we pay attention to this event because it actually covers a lot of the theme of the cloud native FM. That's we trying to cover topics around DevOps particular. Now we know the platform engineering is a big thing that the channel is trying to to go there. We cover KubeCon Amsterdam, I think, this year, and this is our second live stream. So the whole agenda for the cloud native FM is to look at the vendor's perspective, from the community perspective, and showcase what the technology is actually heading to. So in a few moments time, I will actually show directly go straight to my guest, Richard Simon, who will be there on the floor as well. So little bit about the Tech League, London Tech Week. Here's a website. If you want to talk about what the show is all about, just search London Tech Week on your favorite browser, and the URL is londontechweek.com. That's where you can able to grasp up the agenda, the number. If you look at the attendees, there are 30,000 attendees for this show, 250 plus exhibitors, 400 plus speakers, and all over. This is a very widely and densely populated show in terms of the countries involved. There's 128 plus countries participating for this event. It's heading from the startup to the enterprise to the investors, all being actually been including in this one building together to understand and tell us a little bit about the conjunction where the technology is going forward to. So without any further delay, I will try, because usually in these tech shows, internet sometime a bit glitchy as usual, and interruption can happen. But I will try to, whenever we disconnect, I will see one of the comments appearing on the show, and we try to ask the exhibitor will actually go there. So head straight to another live edition of Cloud Native FM and Cloud Therapist with my wonderful field reporter, Richard Simon. Richard, finally, you are live. Over to you, Richard. You are a little
Hey,
bit busy, but still we are
hello,
able
hello,
to hear.
hello.
Ah, yes, wonderful. I can able
Can
to
you
hear
hear
you.
me? Can you hear me,
Abs-
Saim?
Absolutely, perfectly fine.
Oh, good, good, good. Excellent. Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to London Tech Week, LTW. We are here. Yet another
Absolutely,
show that we've never been to before, Saim. And we are now here, as they say. It's another
absolutely,
exclusive from the Cloud
100%.
Therapist channel and the Cloud Native FM channel.
100%.
How's
Richard,
it going?
we have audience straight to us, and Sabir Bakas is saying exciting to watch this event. Thank you very much for tuning into these YouTube
Hey,
channels.
absolutely.
And if you have any question, please put them on the chat. We definitely include our show as well. So over to you, Richard. Now it's your turn
Yeah, please
for me
do. Please
because
do.
this is the first time we actually been live streaming for such an event. Tell us a little bit about the building
Yeah.
where you really are and what the atmosphere is look like.
Ah, yeah. Well, I mean, it's a show, so it's quite busy, as you can probably hear. Um, and yeah, we're at London Olympia, which is a different venue from some of the other live streams that we've done in London in the past. So it's not at the Excel Centre, which is not really anywhere near where we are. It's some distance away. But Olympia is also another exhibition centre in London, and it's kind of for everything really, all sorts of different types of events. Obviously, we attend the tech ones. There's another one that we're looking at later on this week, the Hardware Pioneers show or Hardware Pioneers Max show. We're not covering that one as a live stream, but we will be doing some offline footage and interviews and stuff like that. So there'll be some stuff certainly come out on the Cloud Therapist channel in regards to that. But yeah, it's basically an exhibition venue. Olympia as a whole has been around for a long time. I can't remember exactly the history. Maybe some of the folks in the stream can actually, in the chat, can actually have a look at that and dig up some of the historical information around it. I've not done the homework on that, but London Tech Week is interesting. As we said, it's a brand new one. We've not been to it before, not covered it before. So I thought, you know what? Hey, let's do it. Let me see if I can get in as the press, and I managed to do exactly that. So there we go. The Cloud
Oh,
Therapist is in the house,
yes,
and
absolutely.
yeah, I just thought it would be kind of interesting to see. It's a kind of a mixture of tech as well as other stuff as well. So it tends to be, a mixture of different things. And I think there's a lot of panels and discussions and main stages and things like that. There's also a startup section as well, which we will explore later. I think some of the vendors we want to go and see are actually in that space. And it's not really kind of the cloud native and open source type of sort of environment. Although the likes of AWS are here and a couple of other vendors we may know. Lovable is here and some other folks like that. But it's not really our sort of usual cloud native, open source, cloud computing, kind of crowd, if you like. But it's a lot of innovation, lots of actual end solutions, which is great because we're kind of used to doing, and talking to people who are just either selling something or it's a concept or it's a new project that's been taken on by the CNCF or something, but not the actual end product, the SaaS, AI SaaS or something solution that you're now actually selling to customers. So that's what we've got down here in this expo area. Saim, can you put me on main screen so it can kind of expand the view a little bit, so you can kind of see a little bit more what's happening behind me?
Uh,
Right. Yeah. So as you can see, lots of exhibitors in this space, and they're all really selling solutions. They're not selling a new project. It's not an incubation. It's not a beta or anything like that. It's actually sellable products that you can go and get for your business. That's the idea of London Tech Week. Obviously, a huge emphasis on AI, and yeah, lots of other different types of kind of activities going on. It's kind of goes from sort of AI platforms to productivity stuff. There's lots of actually international companies that are also exhibiting here. So lots of kind of business bodies and sort of business organizations that kind of organize sort of companies to get together and cooperate and work together and so on from other countries. So you'll see lots of people here from Europe. You'll see lots of people here from the Middle East as well. That seems to be the attraction at LTW, which is, yeah, great. That's kind of a different mixture, really, and it gives you a different perspective. So I'll be interested to see if any of those, kind of organizations and companies, what their view is on things like AI and, cloud computing and stuff like that as well. So that'll be interesting. There's obviously different themes. I think there were about 6 streams, so you could go and sit down into a presentation, whether on the main stage or somewhere on the other sort of side stages, where you could, be listening to an AI conversation, or you could be talking about a different type of conversation. And the idea is really that you got a lot of different, different themes, different topics, all kind of being discussed. So that's really the idea with the London Tech Week. It's it's not kind of, like I said, the real hardcore techie type of thing, but you've got some really good presenters. We've got people from the likes of Microsoft and AWS there. I think Anthropic was there, Perplexity, a few others like that. So they're certainly kind of leading the way as far as tech is concerned. But there's also kind of local government. There's members of parliament, which is our kind of part of our government sort of system, and yeah, lots of other people from these kind of larger organizations like ServiceNow and others were also, and also some of the sponsors as well. So there's sponsors who are, for example, from the finance sector, from the banking sector. So you can see there actually on the screen now where Saim is showing you the website. Those are kind of the main 6 streams. There's like a startup demo something one. There's a workshop that was being done by Lovable, I believe, as well. There's a hackathon, I should say, actually being done by Lovable as well. So there's lots of other stuff going on, kind of more on the practical side. But these ones, as you can see, 6 streams all running at the same time. I think it's kind of probably hard for people who are attending to make a choice maybe between those, because there were some really good ones that were unfortunately happening at the same time. But what can you do? That's kind of, I guess, the schedule for the event. So yeah, so lots of stuff to choose from, and different types of categories to go for.
Yes, absolutely. And I think as we're speaking, this is a 3-day event, Richard. As we're speaking, I think 8, 9, and 10 is the date this event has been going through. And luckily, with my wonderful friend and guest co-host Richard, we'll be streaming for 2 days, today and tomorrow, 8 and 9. That we're actually aiming to stream for. But if I look at the agenda, Richard, there's one thing that comes to my mind. Is it a Tech World Cup? Can we call it a Tech World Cup? Because this is a FIFA Football World Cup week that is starting. And very big enough. Like we see, I think, like, if you give me this kind of an agenda, I will have a very hard time to pick where I need to go. But also there are some things like AI is 90% in this agenda. That's a big
Yes.
everywhere is AI.
Well, I guess we're near the World Cup, so there's probably some themes going on when it comes to the World Cup down there. We might discover them along the way, with our lovely audience. And then yes, AI, obviously, as I said, is kind of quite prevalent in a lot of all the 6 main streams really, and the rest of it, like I said, is really more solutions. it's not really just kind of talking about AI for the sake of AI, or look how cool my AI software stack looks or something. It's actually a product. It's actually AI. I think there's a company called Glean. Hopefully, we'll get a chance to speak to them, for example. So they're actually kind of, essentially, it's like a Microsoft Copilot. You set it off on your, SharePoint, presumably, and then it goes off and it becomes your sort of business assistant, AI assistant. And it can locate files for you. It can locate, themes around presentations, files, and things like that. It can assist you with, your any sort of, obviously, things like a summarization of PDFs and stuff like that. All the usual things. But it's also, kind of just sort of set loose on, your corporate network, essentially, and accessing your sort of SharePoint, and then going from there to provide you with smart, intelligent, responses to whatever exists in that sort of environment. So it kind of assists you, as you're kind of doing your job. Very close to kind of, I guess, what sort of Microsoft Copilot does.
Yes, absolutely. Just to cut you off, sorry for that, but just asking a few questions, like Richard, like as of we're speaking, what time is it for you? So if some of the audience who in Tech Week London right now might be watching us, so what sort of the next sort of the talks they can actually, is it 4 p.m. for you now in
It is.
London?
It's 4 p.m. It is 4 p.m. British summertime. That's BST. So we're on the British summertime clock at the moment. This exhibition, I think, goes on until about 6 p.m. today, and then on the last day it's a little bit shorter. I think 4 o'clock or 4:30 or something like that. The next 2 days it's going to go on until 6 p.m. There's an after party, and because I'm part of the press this year, I'm actually going to be attending that this evening as well. So we're going to see what that looks like. That's actually not anywhere near here for some reason. It's somewhere else. So we'll see what that looks like. We're going to try and attend that. There's a couple of people that I know are attending that as well. So I'll end up having a conversation with them, getting their view on what the show's been like. And then hopefully one of them might turn up tomorrow. So fingers crossed if they're around at 4 o'clock or thereabouts, we're going to try and do a review of London Tech Week as well with them.
Okay.
So we'll see. We won't mention any names for now, but just in case they can't make it tomorrow, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, we're on sort of British summertime, 4 p.m. at the moment.
So this means as you speaking, then the people can go to talk like these are the talk, like these talks you can still be happening as we speaking with them.
Yes.
But the rest of the talk is already been done as you're speaking with you. So if you have time to go there. But Richard, have you look at the agenda in itself as far as you go through have you come across some of the people there? What sort of have you figured it out, like what is the biggest kind of a vested interest to this conference? I know this is AI is a big thing, like in the agenda this is everywhere, the AI in itself. So literally the two questions for you, if you have to pick some of the talks from this agenda, which sort of the conference you want to attend to, and what the atmosphere is generally about, is it a overlapping conversation happening from across the different industry, or still AI being the biggest focus for this event?
Certainly AI is a big theme. I wouldn't say it's kind of 100% in everything, but certainly a lot of the vendors down there, as we will see later on, as we do our infamous showcase crawl, we'll have some kind of AI solution. AI will be in there somewhere, definitely. Gen AI specifically, kind of will be in there somewhere. But I think the statistics, if you go up to that chart that showed the little bar that showed the stats, I think it says something like 60-something% of the people attending up are actually deciders. The people who actually make decisions around, sort of what solutions to purchase. So if that's kind of an average number for London Tech Week, then I guess the majority of the people here are people who are looking for a solution for their business. Maybe an AI solution, maybe a kind of a Copilot type or something more specific. in a particular area like HR or recruitment or something like that. So as I said, the solutions here are predominantly, I think, AI SaaS, is what I would call AI SaaS. So they're basically SaaS based sort of solutions that you can go and buy today. If that's what you want to do. That's kind of, I think, the idea with London Tech Week. It's also an expo. Somebody called it an expo, and I agree with that because it is a lot about exposition. It's kind of showing off what's available. So the UK government is kind of working with the Indian government, and there's like a contingency here, sort of talking about that. There's discussions around sort of service management. So people like ServiceNow are here and talking about that. You've got hardware vendors, you've got people like Intel turning up, but then you've got normal companies like Tesco, which is a major supermarket chain in the UK, and then you got Barclays, who's kind of financing and sort of consumer banking, but they're also sponsoring other aspects as well. And then you got Deloitte, you got Accenture, and so on, kind of more on the consulting side of it. So it's a bit of a mixture, if you like, from that point of view. But for those people who make the decisions, or at least are influencers within their business, if you do your sales 101, those guys are here. They're not necessarily the CIOs and the CTOs. They're kind of more the procurers around what software to buy. And, it's maybe the CIO and CTO makes the recommendations, and then they come to this show to kind of get a feel for what does that tech look like, what is AI doing in that sort of, if you get it as a SaaS solution, what would it look like? So that's kind of, I think, the majority. It's like I said, it's not our usual crowd of sort of, deep tech, and we can talk kind of, containers and, kubectl and stuff like that. It's not that crowd. This is not that crowd. This is more, like I said, the end product, end solution. There's nobody here kind of saying, hey, we just donated our project to the CNCF, it's now in incubation or whatever. There's nothing like that here, right? There is smaller companies, but they all have finished products. And as I said, we will explore that side. I can't remember what they call it, startup something. It's on the other side, beyond the UK flags that you can see there. And we will explore that a little bit later and see what's actually there. Because we have a list of people that we kind of are interested in and we want to go and talk to. So yeah, that's the kind of crowd I think that you'll see. There is the speakers is like, I think about 400 plus speakers, it said on the stats.
Yeah, absolutely.
100 and over 100 countries are involved. So different, like I said, vendors and organizations are all attending here from other countries as well. 400, as we said, 400 speakers. The 30,000 attendees, I guess that's over the 3 days of the event. So probably averaging about 10K or something, per day. It's certainly busy today, or has been busy, and it's still actually going quite strong, considering we're sort of an hour and a half away from the expo being closed. But we'll see how it goes tomorrow. We'll certainly be doing some online interviews with some of the folks in the exhibition area.
Oh, okay. I'm actually asking you, so actually you can actually chase if you want to go to some of the exhibitor. That would be nice enough. But I think in terms of, as we give the little bit of the agenda about the conference, it's a very big enough conference to consider for the event. I think if I look at it, I spotted like we usually aspects that usually we know of, but it's a huge library of the investor who participated and being a sponsor to the event. So that's a very big thing involved. So Richard, in term of, I would definitely like, we can actually go to some of the exhibitor. We can talk to some of the people. If they can jump in and ask some question, what is the motivation for them to be in this event where 128 plus countries is already been involved? That's a big thing. I think that the number is literally a very big one, 128. The speakers are from a very different kind of a spectrum altogether as well. So I think I look at the agenda. Richard, one of my interests these days is like quantum computing. And I spotted some of the conversations around quantum computing. So I definitely wish to attend those talk as well, because I'm really one of the eager to know what's happening in the quantum computing ecosystem. So it's used. This is kind of a conference that brings together those research oriented topic. It's also been in the consideration, and people is also speaking about where actually the innovation and research and the cell is happening on the quantum computing. These are some of the very good around that as well. And in terms of the sponsors and the partner we speak about, it's a big one. Richard, I actually see Core Weave in there from one of the companies I know. The Core Weave in there, I know they actually
Yeah.
from the tech ecosystem. Bunch of few that I also spotted who really been into some of the who actually we welcome them in some of the previous conference. Digital Oceans is there. That's great. I would love to see if we can spot Digital Ocean and we can talk to them what they have been building. Usually the AWS, Microsoft is a usual aspect to this conference as well. But usually the one of the companies we actually paying attention very closely because of the tech spectrum, those are a little bit missing here as well. But some of the investors around what the government to government collaboration between the UK and other countries, that's a really interested talk to actually consider and how to know like what's how the collaboration being working. Intel, AMD, if we speak with them, that would be nicer. So, Richard, I have prepared some sort of my guest list for you. If we're going to go to them and speak about them. So, first off is really the exhibitor. I can see from the angle that's showing in the screen is right behind. Is it the exhibitor area? The right behind you?
Sorry, can you repeat that, Sam? I didn't catch that.
Okay, I'm saying
You
like
were
right behind
knocked
you.
out for a minute.
Yes, I'm saying right behind you, I see the flux of the people in there. Is it the usual projects or the company's showcase that's right behind you, the stands of the company? Is it the area?
Um, sorry, sorry. Can you repeat that, Sam? I didn't catch that.
Okay, I'm just saying, usually when you go into the KubeCon, there's a project scroll and there's a company's booth in there. Right behind
Yes.
you, you see the
Right.
similar atmosphere, the companies, people talking to each other. Is it the area that's actually trying to go and talk to the people there?
Yeah, yeah. This is kind of the usual format. To be honest with you, most of these shows they run the same, unless it's like
Oh,
a specific event where you go and sit down, and then people might have some exhibitionists. I think we've done like Platform Con, for example, and a couple of others in the past, and those have had you know much less number of exhibitors. There's been really essentially a handful. Both SuCon and Platform Con were like that. The one that we didn't actually cover, I just did some offline interviews, which was Container Days
yes.
last year, DevOps Days, the same thing. A very small. You could probably count that on one hand the number of exhibitors that were there. So those, I think, you and I kind of make a decision on that. We tend to cover those offline. So we do interviews with some of the folks there, and maybe we have a conversation or two, but we don't cover those. Now these ones here, these are kind of just standard stuff. This is full exhibition, full expo area, full showcase, and then you go down there, and as I will do in a minute, we're going to start walking around. We're going to show you a lot more closely to what's happening down there. Get a feel for the atmospheres we always do. Unlike some of the other people who have been doing interviews and live streams, they're all doing it up here from the mezzanine, the pavilion, the first floor sort of area, from the comfort of their studio lights and things like that, and their £1,000 equipment and so on. We're a lot more raw on this live stream. We tend to kind of be down there in the trenches, talking to people, sticking the microphone into people's faces, forcing them to do some interviews with us and asking hopefully some interesting questions, but also maybe some awkward questions as well. So that's kind
All
of
right.
really the approach that we have, and this is ideal for that. This kind of exhibition area type of approach is ideal for that. So yes, you have consumers, you have, as I said, those kind of people who are here to, influencers and deciders within that organization trying to make up their mind. They'll see demos here, they'll talk to the vendors here, they'll attend lots of the events either on the main stage or of the side stages that there are here as well. So there's a whole bunch of things, going on. And this is a good place, I think, to come, as I said, to look at those end products. These are stuff that you can actually go and buy today from these vendors. They're not incubated projects. They're not just being donated to the CNCF or anything like that. They might have open source versions of their platforms, as I learned about Monday.com, for example. I had no idea that they actually had an open source version of what they do. And that was great to kind of learn that sort of stuff. But these are all, end user solutions, end products that you can actually go and get today. And I guess that's the difference between something like KubeCon and some of the other sort of open source events that we attend versus something like the London Tech Week.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. And I think as you actually been spend time in there today and tomorrow, and we will also do a review of the conference or some small little bit video, what things we learned from that conference as well, is like what are some of the newcomers you have spotted in the AI or some of the platform engineering space,
Yes.
or about SRE in particular, how the site reliability engineering is using the AI in itself. So that's where I will give you some sort of the lens visually you can actually take, and then we actually fine tune some of the companies, and later on during the upcoming live streams we can feature those companies and ask some very weird questions, sometime very silly question, and sometime very brutal questions as well, because we have all these categories to pick from.
Yeah, like I said, don't expect too many people talking about SRE AI agents and stuff like that down there, because like I said, this is not our normal cloud. I think maybe ServiceNow might do, but you can see people like let's have a quick look. So you can see people like HubSpot, which is kind of more marketing and sales type of thing. Prolifics, which do data, so they actually prepare your data for AI in your in your enterprise. Scrut Automation, AI-powered compliance platform. There's governance platforms. There's, as I said, HR platforms. There is there's one here that is from Romania. So there you go. I can see one saying "Think Tech, Think Pakistan." So there's lots of different types of solutions. There's lots of different types. I know you'd like that one, Saim. There are lots of different types of solutions, but they're not, like I said, our usual crowd. So I'm not expecting anybody there to have, sort of SRE, AI agents, and platform engineering and stuff like that.
Yes, this is not a techie like what's happening behind the cluster. This is not a typical. This is a business and innovation investment side of the angle, because as you said, like I spotted some of Pakistan's software export board. They actually been participating in this event, and I think their idea is to tell the rest of the ecosystem we have this part of the world is also been building some of the software practices and principle. Let's collaborate them together, and that's great to actually visually see how the governments are collaborating on the technology spectrum as well, and and some of the other collaboration been happening in this space. But Richard, I think we have short amount of time, and in the next few minutes, I will from the field reporting side of the things, and I have actually picked up some of the list of my list and see if there's some of the comments on the viewer side where they want us to go and some chat about in it. So now it's
all right. So before we do that, and I just so I was because I'm officially part of the press, which is thank you very much London Tech Week for allowing me to be part of the official press for this wonderful show. I was actually in the press lounge earlier talking to somebody who's a proper journalist like us, who are just YouTubers and live stream folks. So I met a lady called Cheryl Miles. She's an associate editor at Electronic Specifier and Startup Magazine. So shout out to Cheryl. hopefully I will see her tomorrow, and yeah, maybe we'll get a chance to maybe talk to her, but we'll see what her schedules look like. But yeah, I appreciated the conversation with Cheryl in the press lounge just yeah, just an hour ago or so. I had a really good conversation and had a good chat about it. So yeah, so I'm now going to make my way down, Saim. So you will have to entertain our lovely guests for a bit while
Oh,
I change configurations. I think is that a good way to put it?
oh,
Change
absolutely.
configuration of
Ju-
my camera and setup, and then
ah,
to
where
the go down to
where
the showcase area.
yes, and we can see the live experience as we actually walking down the floor.
Absolutely, which is really what we why we do these things, right?
Absolutely. I think in the near, Richard, if the FIFA World Cup happening in London, we definitely do the live stream
Yeah.
as well. But it's in USA, so we can't aim for that as well.
Which one? Which one is that? Sorry, I didn't catch you.
I'm saying like if this is a football World Cup week in the month, and if that the
Ah,
football is happening in London, then we do the field reporting from the pitch as well, where we just see which team is Richard has been supporting. But unfortunately, this is World Cup is far away in another continent of the world.
it is. It
We can't
is.
go there.
It is.
So
I will be watching a live stream of England playing in the World Cup, but
uh,
I won't be in the live stream. I'll be just watching the live stream.
Richard,
that's as far. That's as far as I'm going to get when it comes to live streams of the World Cup.
oh, absolutely great. But maybe in the near future, we can actually aim for it. We tell people, we can entertain people. So usually going from the tech channel to the some of the supporting event, we will be covering. We will see what the future hold for us as well. But
Yeah.
Richard, over to you.
Yeah.
You can change your configuration, and I
Yeah.
will actually tell people like what things to actually look at for the event in itself, in particular, while you actually been walking down the floor. So some of the things I actually pick up from the speaker's perspective. I think there's a lot of the shows in the tech sector. I think the last time I've seen the Nvidia and Microsoft build actually showcasing the RTS Spark, the Nvidia new chip with a laptop. They actually been added for the gen agentic AI workflow. So I think if I look at some of the events what we covered from the open source UK to the KubeCon to the PlatformCon to the Microsoft Build to the Microsoft Ignite, some of the hardware specific event. The London Tech Week is a one umbrella where you actually kind of see how some of the conjunction been happening. Like you can speak with Nvidia, you can speak with AMD, the Intel, the UK government, some of the other governments collaborators actually been participating in this event. So I think if anybody watching us, you can see the experience like we should go to this event, and there are some things you actually been research and talk to the people because it's cover a lot of the spectrum in there. Now Richard is live back again, and we can go there. Richard, you are now in the live stream again, so I can spotted.
Yeah. I'm just walking along, Saim. So give me a few minutes to go downstairs.
Okay, no, obviously, yes, you can speak. You can actually go there and then actually resume over. But I can get back to you as well. So as I was speaking to, I think when we last time covered the KubeCon London, the building is Excel Center, but this time the different building, and I think it have a very great vibes all together. I really, it's a very niche area. Like I think it's happening in Olympia, London, and I think it's might be the smaller in space compared to the Excel Center. But as this Richard is speaking, it's still a way bigger building all together where this conference floor is happening. Why the Richard is being walking down the floor? Tell us in the comment like some of the things you want us to cover. Like if you have any particular vendor where you want us to go and speak about the things they have been developing, put them in the comment section. I will ask Richard to actually consider those while actually going through as well. Now Richard is now in the downstairs uh, as well. So we will wait a little bit more to see one of the things we actually cover. So it's a bit kind of
I took a wrong turn. Hold on.
it's a young turn, absolutely.
I think I took a wrong turn.
And we will see on the live
That's
stream.
what it's like doing stuff live, folks.
Absolutely.
Oh my God. Let me see if this is getting in the right place. It's like a maze in here.
I wish you,
Hang on. Hang on. Let's see where this is leading to. Into the depths of. Oh, thank goodness! Right there we go.
oh yes, you finally can.
I thought I'd got lost there for a minute.
That's how far the big of the building is, considering the. Good, Richard. Now you are in the conference floor, Richard. So
I am indeed. Yes.
great. Now I was picking up the list. It's usually your turn. See who can actually turn up to speak with us. Now you are in service now. They have a very good booth, Richard. That's a very great booth.
Yeah, I could just see service now. They're right in front of me. So that's the
Oh,
service now stand. Can you make my screen a little bit bigger, Saim? Put us on the side or something.
Yes, absolutely, Richard. Let me.
Okay, there we go.
Remove my.
See if you can find a. Oh, perfect. There you go. Okay. So as long as I know you're there and you've not disappeared, then that's good. Okay. There's somebody who's got a little bit more professional equipment than I do. Yeah. So that's the service now stand. We might come back to them and have a little conversation, perhaps. Okay, where are we heading to, Saim?
So your destination is analytics intelligence. That stand 304.
Okay, the stands are not going to mean anything to me because I'm not going to be able to go and find the stands anymore, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. So analytics.
But we will, yeah. As we come across some of the players here, we can certainly talk to them. So let me see if I can go to the outside perimeter first, and then we'll kind of work our way in. I think from there. I'm not sure the folks here will be very happy with doing interviews. Same, you know what it's like with some of these folks. It's not always.
These are enterprise.
Not always easy. Yeah, not always easy. They're not kind of used to this type of thing, but we'll see what happens. Let me see if I can get to.
So, Richard, we have some audience questions for you.
Oh, go on.
I think they say I would like you to visit 207 or 200. They said.
Okay, can you find who that is? Can you find out who that is from the website?
Absolutely, I'm going there.
Okay, and I'm going to see if I can grab somebody that we can talk to here. Let's go this way because that's just the eating area.
I think there's a 200 booth. Yes, absolutely. I think I can tell you. I'm actually in the.
You know who it is?
No, I'm actually figuring it out because the audience told us 200 series.
Okay.
There's so many of them in 200 categories.
Okay. Yeah.
There's some technician pavilion in the 200 category. So there's a bunch of other as well. So if Sabine, if you're listening to us, you can actually tell us what actually you want us. You want Richard to go there, and then we definitely go there. 207. Let's say if he's about 207, then I'll let you know.
Okay, so I'm at the core stage at the moment, as you can see.
Oh yes.
So there's more vendors here. Sorry, I have connected. Co-building AI agents with teams. Oh, I see. So these guys are. Okay, so these guys actually build AI agents. Interesting. So co-building AI agents with your teams. Right. That's Olo. So might come back to them, actually. That sounds like an interesting one to go and have a chat with. So Saim, who's on our red list?
Yes, I can tell you like our next destination is analytics intelligence if you find them. And then
Can you, yeah, can you just look, do me a favor, because I'm near prolifics, and I can't remember whether it was prolific or prolifics that I had on the list.
yes,
Let me know which one it was.
yes, prolifics is on our list. Prolific,
Prolifics with an S at the end?
prolific, not with the S, but at the end with C.
Is it the one with the S on the end? Because
No,
there's
no,
two of them.
it's prolific. I think it's prolific and prolifics, but
I don't know
but
if
you
you
can
can pick me up saying,
you can pay. I think you can go there. Like if that's very in front of you, can see prolifics.
well, it is, but is it the one with the S at the end that we had on the list, or is it the one without the S on the end?
No, I think on the list we have without that.
Without the S, okay, all right.
Yeah.
So these guys are enterprise modernization, plan to production across cloud, data, and AI. Okay, so they're kind of they're a integration partner for AWS and Google and blah blah blah. Okay, let's
So
move
Richard,
on a little bit.
in front of you,
See who else is here.
there's a front of you. Is
Yeah.
Indonesia. You see if they're free. You can speak with them. Like if they're free.
Oh, Glean is here. There you go. Look, Glean was on our list.
Yes,
Same. Glean was on our list, definitely.
absolutely.
So let me see if I can talk to Glean. Let me see if I can have a chat with Glean. See if anybody's available from Glean. Just hold on, please. I'm going to just go on mute for a minute. Let me see if I can talk to some folks here.
Okay, good, Richard. While you actually been doing this, I will see if I can.
Yeah, they're a little bit busy, but let me see if somebody can free up and then we can have a chat. They're available.
Yes, as you actually
So
talking,
work AI that puts your data at work. There you go.
Richard, is a Glean AI is a.
Sorry,
is a
Saim, but you're breaking up a little bit.
I'm saying like.
I'm not sure if it's your connection or the overall connection.
No,
Turning off your camera and just see if that helps your audio.
Can you hear me, Richard?
Or it could be me. Or it could be me.
Yes, I think it's you. Your connection is a little bit frozen, and then join me again. There's some on your side, but no worry, I can still hear you.
Okay, all right.
Richard, can you hear me? I think
Well, let me see if anybody's free. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, that's great. I'm just saying, like, as you actually talking about, I'm actually, I think they work. They have some sort of a knowledge system, and context AI can actually work at enterprise scale. I'm doing their website and putting their link on the chat so people can really see how clean.
Yeah, I mean, they sound like an interesting company. It's like as I said earlier, it's like a co-pilot equivalent. So I'm just curious to see if my hunch is right.
So, friends, while Richard is there, so Glean, here's the link for you. They are the one we are trying to speak with. They try to connect your system and context so AI can actually work at enterprise.
It is a .com, not something else.
Yes, Glean.com. Yes, that's the link. Is there anybody free from the booth who can actually help us? Seems like everyone
I'm
busy.
waiting. Everybody's talking.
Oh yes,
Clearly a busy company
oh my God,
doing
absolutely.
business. So that's always good.
They
That's
came here
always
to
good.
grab some customers.
Yes,
But I
I think
think
this
this,
is definitely the show for that.
I think this is becoming a very big thing, Richard. What the thing is trying to cover. Like if you look at it, all of these newborn companies like build down something around Copilot and other.
Thing.
Richard, if you're busy,
May have to move on. I think so.
yes, absolutely. Maybe
Yeah,
we
I
can
think
cover them.
they're quite busy. Let's move on. We'll come back. But definitely an interesting one to converse with because, um, like I said, they're kind of sort of Microsoft Copilot. I think is trying to achieve. Seen our big London bus?
Oh,
Here's our London bus
very neat.
right here for you. So they've got a whole bus. Yeah. Let's go inside because I had a I had a quick look inside earlier. So let's go inside. This is one of the new electric buses. I don't know why it's new because all the buses are pretty much electric now in London. But that's what it looks like. So just going in. Some seating. There you go. It's the back of the bus. Shall we go upstairs, Saim? There's some steps to go upstairs.
Yes, can you go here?
All right, I'm going to go upstairs without tripping over. You can see all the lights here on the steps. And that's what the upstairs looks like. And that's typically how Londoners get around or go to work or go home. There you go. All right, and there's your driver's area. This is where the driver sits
Oh, Richard,
and rides the bus.
who have bring this bus to the?
That's a good question. I don't know. I actually don't know. Um, it says London and partners. Yeah, I don't know. Team London. I don't know who these people are. I really don't
Might
know.
be
They're
there.
not. Whoever it is, they're not advertising themselves very well.
Richard, might be you check.
They need more advertising.
Might be you check later. There might be there a track, track for you.
Yeah. So it's. I mean, they're talking about London Life Sciences Week, but that's another event. And then you just got London on this side.
Oh, Richard,
That's about it, really.
so some
Yeah.
interruption. We have some questions. So the audience is saying is like
Uh-huh.
you go to the Cube Canvas company, the Cube Canvas company.
Where's that?
So
Sorry,
that
which one?
the Cube Canvas company, Cube Cube Canvas.
Okay, can you find the number and tell me where it is?
Oh,
Because I'm not going to be able to find it now.
no worries, no worries. I will be searching for them because it's our viewers' guest request driver allowed us to go there.
Yeah, so
So
find all the ones from the website. They will have the details of where they are from the website. And I will try and see if I can find some folks to speak to. So while I'm interviewing, you can maybe find some folks to, or find the stands that we need to go to. And then I will try and do some interviews in the meantime. OutSystems, there you go. They're on my list. Agentic Future. Fabulous. Let's see if anybody's free on the OutSystems stand. Just bear with me, Saim. I'm going to just mute the mic for a minute. See if I can find. Oh, if I can find somebody to talk to. Hold on.
Okay, Richard.
Don't want to be interviewed, so there you go. They got plenty of free folks, but they don't want to be interviewed. So there you go.
Oh, that's bad.
Everybody shied away. I know that's pretty bad. I shied away. Okay, so let's move on. Oh, this is an interesting one. There's a container here, Saim. Look at that. Orange container. It's actually a proper container, not the kind of containers you and I are used to on Kubernetes and things, but it's actually a proper container. There you go. There's a blue one. There's a blue one. Where am I pointing? Blue one there, and the orange one there. There you go. All right, let's move on.
I think the one thing I noticed, Richard, is the project pavilion is very kind of renovated in a way. There's a very beautiful designed project booth, like exhibitors booth, we call them.
Yes.
Very, very great.
Yeah, I'll tell you who might be up for an interview. Dell. Let's go and talk to Dell a little bit about what they're doing with AI and NVIDIA. Let's see if Dell is up for an interview.
Oh, that would be great.
I just spotted their stand. It says Dell and NVIDIA. So Dell Technologies. Here we go. Okay, let me see if I can. I'm going to turn off the mic again. Let me see if I can ask some folks here if they're up for a quick interview.
Okay, Richard. So I think here's a list for you. The exhibitor list is here. If anybody has find out if you're watching us and your company is participating in the event, and if you want us to cover some of your chat on the YouTube, do let us know in the comment section as well. Here you find on all of the companies.
Waiting to see if anybody's available. Same.
Oh, okay, good.
We're talking about cyber resilience platforms, end-to-end something, data protection. Lots of NVIDIA logos everywhere. Let's see if anybody's up for a conversation.
Have you spotted it quite recently? Like what's like Dell is been building something, or what we actually been like some of the things we're talking about.
Dell are up for an interview, so just bear with me. We're going to position it, and then we can have a conversation. So maybe just have you here, if that's okay. Cool. All right. Just a quick start to you, an intro to yourself, your role at Dell, and then we'll go from there.
Hi, Richard. My name's Lee Larter. I lead the solutions architecture team for Dell Technologies here in the UK.
Fantastic. So what's actually Dell doing at London Tech Week? What are you guys exhibiting?
Our big theme for this week is how we work with our customers across the UK on their journey to becoming an AI native enterprise. And that really starts at the desk side over here in terms of what we're doing with AI for startups and helping them reduce their token costs by bringing intelligence to their data in order to drive better outcomes at their industry level. And then ultimately, how we help them scale that through our automation platform across the right size compute, networking, storage, and cyber resiliency infrastructure to drive and scale intelligence across their industries.
Fantastic. So there's lots of talk, obviously, about sort of AI inference, not necessarily being run in a hyperscale data center or necessarily a public cloud. So maybe kind of at the edge or in a particular environment where it's actually sort of closest to the data. Are you seeing that from customers? Is that kind of the demand that you're seeing at the moment?
Absolutely, and that's what we're enabling through our AI factory reference architecture. So we talk about the concept of bringing AI to your data in order to drive outcomes at regulated industry levels and keeping that data securely on-premise behind an organization's own firewalls. We can right-size the amount of GPU, network connectivity, and structured and unstructured data in order to run the open weight models, and as we announced 2 weeks ago, now some of the closed weight models securely on our customers' data centers.
Fantastic. So what's the relationship with NVIDIA? What are you guys kind of working on together and offering at the moment for your customers?
Absolutely. So we're talking about a number of our joint solutions with NVIDIA today, from the desk side in terms of the new desk side agentic framework with the GB10, where we can run a petaflop of FP4 capability in the palm of your hand, to the GB
I think we lost Richard during the interview, and that's usual. I think he might pick up the wrong connection there, but whenever he actually get back, we can resume the stream from the interview as well. So I think, unfortunately, he's been disconnecting. But I think the thing I heard from the Dell technologies is quite relevant, because I think most of the, as he was saying, the most of the customers is actually been running AI at the edge, because I think the really worry for a lot of these enterprise customer is because they don't really want their data to leave their territory, because that's where the threats become more inevitable for them. So I think from the interview that Richard has been doing, I think he's been trying to speak from that angle, that the Dell is actually been building those as usual aspect we've seen quite oftenly from the customer. The very demand is to run the data that's really closer to where the customer data residency are. So that's the thing we're hearing from the Dell technologies as well. And I think I will try to see what sort of the customer base is trying to establish from the AI perspective, because I think the regulations here are kind of a really being a bigger challenge for the AI innovation, because I think there should be some barrier for the innovation. It's not one AI is one sort of the technology. You haven't go far without the regulations in concern, and the regulations is kind of slowing you down most of the time, but it's really setting the tone for the next set of technologies to be involved in the near future as well. So I think we're seeing in Dell is also been trying to establish that part of the ecosystem that really covers the niche of the customers, where the technology is being built around those guardrails and those cyber security paradigms. So I think this shift is been moving. So I think we last time I look at some of the, I would like to see what the Dell role inside the agentic workflow ecosystem in Israel, because I see some of the other companies is just typically built around the agentic kind of a workload distribution. Because I literally recently see some of the NVIDIA conferences where they actually been speaking about they build out for full kind of a laptop or machine that is dedicated for running the agentic workflow, and that's workflow is really wanted to run the agents in there, rather than you run agents here and there or in the cloud or other ecosystem. You can run typically inside the agentic workflow. So Richard is there. Richard, we lost you, and
Hey,
now you join us again. We
yeah,
lost.
apologies. I lost the connection. I don't know what happened. I tried to rejoin. Really interesting. Let me just give you a quick summary of Dell. So I don't know at which point you lost me, but I had a couple of other questions for him. So one was kind of, what are you addressing? How are you addressing customer challenges when it comes to AI and inference? And the response from Lee was that it was really mainly the solutions that they're working on with NVIDIA. That's the main partnership that they have. But they are looking at it not just from a hardcore sort of GPU in a performance sort of GPU level. They're actually doing it from a as an edge solution. So they're offering edge solutions as well. So as well as kind of workstation level type solutions as well. So there's kind of across the spectrum really, not just one particular area that they're focusing on, not just the kind of the training or the inference, although they are doing apparently as much training as they're doing inference at the moment, which I think that ties up with kind of what we'd expect to see and expect to kind of understand from the where the industry is at the moment. So that was it, and then we just touched on very briefly on digital sovereignty. And the answer there is that Dell is kind of working with again NVIDIA and other partners as well to offer different types of digital sovereignty solutions as well, and those are coming from both European customers, or mainly European customers. Really, that's kind of where digital sovereignty is kind of got its main focus. So yeah, interesting conversation, a lot wider than I expected. I just kind of expected a Dell server and an NVIDIA GPU, and kind of good luck to go and do something with that as an end user and customer. But they're actually also in the sort of the training side, which is more the HPC type of level as well, and as well as kind of catering for the for the smaller players. The kind of if you want to run agents at the edge, the kind of an edge AI, if you like. I'm hearing that term a lot more. And then the other aspect of it was tokenomics, as they're calling it. I'm not sure that's the right way to say it, tokenomics. So that's basically token economics. That's just taken off as a term in the last maybe 2 or 3 weeks that I've noticed now. So there's a lot more of that kind of thing coming in as well. And again, Dell is working hard to kind of offer those types of solutions to make it as cost effective for customers as possible.
I would ask like question and see them in the
Same. I don't know if you can still hear me. I think we're having some connection problems. I will continue. So I'm now in the top alley, as they're calling it. So just walking around. This is the founder stage. Hopefully, if I can still hear me and see me. Got somebody else doing a report. Somebody there doing a report. I won't disturb them. Saim, are you back in?
Yes, Richard. I think yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me again?
I can hear you. Yes. Yeah.
I think they do. There's internet like you connect and disconnect, but still, I can hear you. We can move along with that as well.
Good. Okay. I'll switch to something else if necessary, if we kind of get more disruptions. But yeah, that was kind of the conversation with Dell. Interesting, as I said, that they're not just looking at sort of servers and GPUs, but they're actually trying to cater for other areas of AI as well. So edge AI around sort of security for their customers on the AI stack, as well as things like digital sovereignty, tokenomics, and so on, all part of their solutions. So I'm now in the startup alley, as they call it. That's where this section is. They have a couple of stages here. There's a ignition stage, which is where I'm looking at with all these seats. And then we looked at the founder stage. I'm not sure the folks got to see the founder stage, but this is the founder stage here. There's an entrance to it here. Let's have a quick peek. Yeah, so there's a presentation going on, or fireside chat or something going on in the founder stage. There's folks sitting down. So conversations are Oh, this is Vinted. So Vinted are they're a company that kind of sells second-hand stuff. So if you want to sell your old CDs or old clothes or something, Vinted is the company to go to.
So there
Same.
are,
Can you still hear me?
yes, absolutely. That's very
Okay,
loud and
good. Good,
do you
good. Okay.
have you spotted anything around? We usually see some of the booths like in AWS we have a village, or they have some startup like zone like the where you can actually
Well,
see.
this is it. We're in it. I said earlier we are in the startup alley. So this is the startup zone.
Oh,
As you
that's
can see, as you can see, the stands here are much smaller.
hmm.
And there's actually ones here which are very small booths. We'll maybe come back to them because I think there was a couple of players in this space that I wanted to talk to. So I just spotted one which I wanted to talk to. Um, Let me see if I can find any of the others in this space. Let's walk over this way. Um, so you've got people like Turkey, Philippines, Tunisia, all represented here. They're all kind of trying to do some business here, introduce their companies, their tech companies to UK companies. Um, let's see what else is in this area. Um, yeah, this is a Founders Fuse. I think this is just an area for founders to be relaxing and talking to each other. Uh, one thing I have to say that London Tech Week really needs to maybe improve on is swag. There's hardly any swag here, apart from those green bags everybody's taking and walking around with from Plaud. I don't know who Plaud is. It's probably another company. Um, there is swag here, but you have to stand in a queue and then play a game in that box, and then in order to win something, a T-shirt, a mug, or something. So, and this is kind of pretty much the only swag I've seen. I think there's maybe a couple more at a couple of the other vendors who are
There's
exhibiting, but that's about it.
this might be the case because I think we can see a less of a swag in there because we haven't
Yes,
seen anything like open source or community oriented theme yet. We haven't spotted them. So I think these are the customers to business oriented discussions. So I think it's tougher for them to pick up some sort of that angle. But who is
yes,
actually what is where you are actually who's actually putting some mugs or shirt in display?
yeah. So that's just London Tech Week, and that's the
Okay.
swag from London Tech Week, and that's it. Like I said, I've not really seen a lot of the other sort of exhibitors here offering anything interesting. So
Might be the coming days you can actually spot them some swags, but might be you haven't able to reach to the
maybe,
area where the swags are.
maybe, yes, maybe I need to kind of focus on it a little bit more. So let me go and see if I can talk to these guys, Lock AI, Loci, depending on how you pronounce the name of the company, because I think they were on our list. Is Lock AI on our list? Same? Can you just
Uh,
search for LOC.ai?
LOC.ai. Yes, they are in our list to speak with.
Okay, okay, right.
We'll try and see if anybody turned up for us.
Yeah, so let me see if I can talk to somebody from the company. Just bear with me, please. Hold
Okay,
on.
sure.
We have Who do we have? We have Joseph from Loci. So are you ready for the interview?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Saim, are you there?
Yes, Richard, let's move on.
Okay, Saim, are you there? We're ready to interview Loci.
Yes, absolutely. I'm here listening to you.
Okay, excellent, fantastic. So Joseph, quick intro to yourself, please, your role at Loci, and then a little intro to Loci itself.
So I'm Joe, one of the founders of Loci, CEO and head of product. My co-founder is hidden behind the camera, who heads up enterprise accounts, but he's not very good on the.
Let's reveal him as well. There's no need for him to be hidden.
I'm the stage. I'm the one who stands on the stage. So what Loci is effectively it's the infrastructure to allow you to orchestrate off-cloud AI. Really, there are a number of problems with the current way AI is set up, primarily for businesses that integrate AI into their products or businesses that integrate AI into their operations. And it all seems to revolve around the cloud. The cloud is expensive, you're concerned about your data, and often it's unreliable, which means a lot of AI products and tools can randomly go offline when Claude decides to go offline. So what we've done is made it extremely easy to build products or build solutions for on-prem that run completely locally, either on your employees' devices, your local servers, or your customers' devices instead.
Fantastic. So I think you hit the nail on the head twice, and not just once, with the the AI kind of as it's appearing, and also AI agents really appearing at the moment as kind of an augment to existing platforms. So you kind of want to spawn an agent, you have to have the actual platform that will do that. Right, so that's one thing. The other thing is obviously, running it in a sort of a sovereign way, or a protected kind of, local protection of your data and things like that. So is that what you're seeing from customers? Are you seeing that demand coming in now? I think technically we've realized that, but is that the challenge that customers are talking about?
Oh, massively. There's a huge push right now to build systems that are not reliant on US or Chinese infrastructure. I think especially in the UK, but we're seeing it all around the world, where businesses want to be independent and be able to control how their products work. The last thing you want is your product going offline because a server in San Francisco went down or someone just decided to switch it off. So yeah, especially in regulated sectors like banking and defense and telecoms, we're seeing huge opportunities there, both for on-prem solutions, which we're providing to businesses, but also for companies who want to get into that sector and offer services to that. With our infrastructure, they're suddenly able to guarantee things like data security and sovereignty, and infrastructure that can't be taken offline by a foreign actor. So we're seeing it on both fronts, where we're helping people build those products, but also we're sort of serving those customers ourselves directly.
Fantastic. So you've also got the slogan of "move the brain to the edge." So are you seeing any? I'm hearing about sort of edge AI. Is that something that's kind of happening and coming through?
Yeah, so I think Edge has been around for a while. I do normally tend to avoid it. Maybe I might regret putting it on that poster normally, because Edge has a lot of
might have to revise that, I think, Joseph.
It works quite well, but it has a lot of connotations with the IoT phase of sort of tech, which didn't really work, kind of petered out. And that's really because there was no real use case for it. Whereas now we've hit this amazing point where consumer hardware and model efficiency are at this crossing point where suddenly the majority of use cases for what people use AI for are viable on consumer standard devices in the sort of £500 to £800 range, and the models are efficient enough to run on there. What happened in the past in IoT was just no one had a need for it. Now everyone uses AI. Back then, no one cared about local AI because no one really used it. No one cared if your fridge was smart. But people do use tools like ChatGPT or other LLMs. So suddenly it's actually got a commercial driver behind it. That's the real difference now. It's why Edge is a little bit of a poison chalice right now, but hopefully we can change that.
Fantastic. Obviously, we're kind of in the age of inference. What are you seeing from customers? Are they ready for this sort of stuff? Are they actually now talking about wanting to run their stuff locally? I guess maybe they did their proof of concepts in a public cloud. It was easy. They could kind of build the software stack very quickly with that. But what about inference? Where are you hearing about inference?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think when you first pitch it to companies, I think the thing most don't realize is that it was possible. I think that was the thing, is we've had a lot of companies come here today where we've actually shown them what works, and they're sort of like, oh my God, this actually does work. And I think one of the best things we've been doing is kind of having our application running on a laptop, turning off the internet, and then letting customers actually play around with tools like Safe Chat. And it's basically like they're connected to the internet. And so I think once people understand it, then they really click with it. And so a lot of our job the last few months has not even been building the tech solution. That's now been built. It's now building ways for people to interact with the edge. Whereas before, saying something's infrastructure is fairly amorphous and abstract. It's hard to know what that means to the average person. The second you build something like a AI workspace that is a web page that works without the internet working, people suddenly get what it means. They suddenly realize, oh, my data is safe. Oh, this is going to work on the train. Oh, if this is disconnected from the internet and still working, that means no one can turn it off for me. You know, to the extent if our company disappeared overnight, it would take a while for a lot of our customers to even realize we'd gone. I think the first thing they'd realize is that we didn't pick up the phone after a few weeks. And so I think it's becoming more real now because people are seeing it work. I think it's not abstract. I mean, that's the key difference we've tried to make, to make it easy and workable. I think there are lots of tools out there that have done edge inference. They, to be frank, all suck to use. They're really hard to use. It's really for developers only. It's a pain to get working. What we've really done is made it scalable and easy to use and feel real and actually useful. I think that's the key thing at the end of the day, is it's useful and productive now. And that's what's really changed the last few months.
Fantastic. And nobody uses phones, by the way, anymore, Joseph.
No.
But Joseph from Loci, I appreciate your time. Thank you very much for the interview.
Lovely to talk to you. Thank you. Love to meet you.
Thank you. All right. So that was Loci. Really interesting what they're doing. Hitting all the beats, I think, that we've been kind of talking about: inference, edge AI, running all that sort of stuff, running locally. It's not sort of too soon. Well, it is maybe a little bit too soon to break out the champagne. But I think AWS and the hyperscalers might be in a little bit of trouble, Saim, because
yes,
inference is happening.
Yes, I think you
Go ahead.
Look at, like, is speaking about all the things we actually been covering on our YouTube channel quite lately. The digital sovereignty,
Yeah.
running AI on the edge, having control on the AI environment, and running the inference in a kind of a segregated setup. Like, inference take hours to run there, and now we spotted out,
Yeah.
build out structure. We can segregate the pieces. We can train on one part, validate another part, or kind of a test on different kind of a node environment. So it's been great. I think we need to pay attention to the log.ai because it seems like very relevant to the conversation here as well. One thing I think AI at the edge is now getting started, Richard, is now getting
Yeah.
more of the attention. And I think it deserves. Well, that's a very who actually bring
So
this
the interesting insides of this vehicle. I just thought I'll show you because
This might be a swag in
you
the
might try it. Oh, there's a video of it. There's a video of it. Look, there we go.
Which brand it is, Richard? Have you?
It's called River Simple, I think. I don't know what they do. No idea.
Is it electric?
Distributed manufacturing. I presume so. Yes, I presume it is. But we don't do cars on this live stream. We can show them, but we don't do cars on the live stream. That's what it looks like.
Richard, you previously.
Let me just pull back.
Richard, you're complaining about the swags in the London Tech Week. This might be a swag for you. You can.
This might be a big swag. Can I win this in a competition? Maybe. Who knows? But that's what it looks like. Interesting vehicle. I have no idea what's it doing in a tech show, but there you go. All right, so I don't think I have any more in the startup alley area, Saim. I'm trying to see if there was any other names from the startup alley that we needed to talk to. Loci was certainly interesting because
Richard, is it the you are in the open startup category?
I'm still there. Yes.
Have you spotted Indus Valley Labs?
No.
Okay,
Who is
good.
that? Are they here?
Yes, it's yes. I'm checking them where they actually are, but I think they said they might be somewhere in the startup lab, but might be there's some wrong information in somewhere.
Okay. Let me see if I can walk around a bit more. See who else I can spot here. Hold on.
There's some comments on the from our viewers. They said brilliant future looking ahead in local inference. I think they are actually appreciating the log.ai, the interview.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, it's an affirmation. It's a confirmation, an affirmation of kind of what the industry is thinking and talking about. And this is, I think, going to be a problem. It may not be yet, but it's going to be a problem for those who have invested a huge amount to buy thousands of GPUs from NVIDIA, put them into a gigafactory, and then expect everybody, and I mean everybody, to come and make use of those. Well, yes, maybe some people who want to do the research or train their own model, sure. But that doesn't mean the inference guys want to do the same thing. Yeah, the inference guys are not interested in that. They're, they want their AI to be near their data. They want their AI to be, nimble and small. They want it to be running on a laptop. Yeah, they're not interested in running it on a Dell server necessarily and a GPU in it. And I think that's because, yeah.
And Richard, I'm just saying, like on your point, I think few days back we heard from the NVIDIA in itself, they're building out some machines where you can run agent in your local machines. That's particularly for some agent workload, like NVIDIA RTX.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, they are. Yeah, absolutely. And they've announced their own CPU, right? So that means that they're, moving towards building the whole system. So whether it's a laptop, whether it's a workstation, whether it's a desktop or an IoT device or something, that's what they've announced. There you go. There's the Startup Alley. So we're just leaving Startup Alley.
Okay.
Now, are any of these guys on our list, Saim? Maybe if I can read out the names, and then you can tell me. Synapsys is gone. Sorry, just someone there. Snap Compiler, Eternal, Web Limited. No, I don't think any of these were. Let me go to the other side. Oh, there's actually some more here. Hold on. Let me see if I can find some more of these guys. My AI Foundry. Are they on the list?
Under
M.
No, they are not.
My AI Foundry. Okay. Let me go to the other side because there's a whole bunch of them on the other side of this wall.
While you're walking on the floor, if you spotted Black Box AI, that's a very good search.
Who's that one? Sorry, say that again.
Black Box AI.
Black Box. Oh yes, of course. Now, yeah, I might have to actually go and look up the map for this to find out where these guys are, because I did. Yeah, I definitely want to go and talk to Black Box. So let's see if we can do that. Just checking on my battery here to make sure we're okay. Yeah, we're still good. JetMapper. Thatware, Keo, Dolly AI, Recru Pro. Anything? Yeah, well, a lot of these people haven't turned up. You can see their booths are empty, unfortunately. It's a bit disappointing. Gentic applications. Oh. Okay. Oh, open source. Wow. This is the first time I've actually seen the word open source, Saim. A company called Copilot Kit, stand 271.
Can you check?
Yes, look, there's proof. It says open source.
Oh yes, can you check with them, and I will see what's the URL for that. I have seen them somewhere.
So Copilot Kit. There you go. So they might be doing something interesting. So we have a conversation with them.
Yes, 100%. Richard, I actually included the link for the GitHub repository as well.
Okay, cool. Well, let me see. The lady here is talking to someone, so let me see if I can catch her in a minute. But yeah, some of these folks haven't even bothered turning up. I don't know what happened here.
Are these companies or smaller project within the biggest? I believe there's a small sort of projects in
Yeah.
itself? Or...
Well, these are the really small ones, as you can see. These are the smaller booths. This is still in the startup alley, so we're still in the same area. But just some of them, as I said, haven't turned up, unfortunately, which is a bit of a disappointment. But there you go. Yes. These names don't really, apart from Wizzy, these names don't really kind of flow off the tongue, as they say. Not easy to pronounce these names. Thatware, Kiyu, Recruit.pro. I think that's an easy one, maybe. Spec Lab, Jet Matter. Okay. Let me see if this lady's talking to somebody else now. Wow, she's in demand. Okay, we'll come back to Copilot kits. Let me see if there was anybody else here that we wanted to see. I think I've kind of pretty much done the. These are all Turkish startups, so I'm not really sure you get a lot of sort of mileage from that. This is the one that we visited before.
I think you can. You have to go
area.
back. Can you go back? To
I will. Yeah, I will. Let me just see if I can grab Copilot kit and see what they're doing before we leave the startup alley area. Okay. But yeah, interesting that Loci was kind of talking about exactly what we've been seeing, as you said, kind of the inference side of it, and
I think
digital sovereignty, running things locally and so on. And that's kind of where I think that's where it's heading, really.
And I think
which is interesting.
Let me remind you and all of the rest of the folks as well, because some of the things we're speaking here, we actually cover some of those topics in very detail in our code to culture platform engineering unpacked for enterprises. I think we covered some of very important topics in there as well. And luckily, thanks to Richard and Cloud Therapist, we actually completed the series. It will be launching very soon. So
episode 6, yes.
Absolutely. And I think we covered a lot of these concepts around running some of the AI agent locally or at the edge, what the platform need to be evolved, what the platform thinking might exist, how the correlation between platform and Gen AI could happen, and some other topics like measurement crisis in the mix, like, oh, you're running AI workload running on the platform. Who is measuring? Like, are you successing with this approach, or are you falling behind with this approach? So all those topics has been covered. 5 episodes are already been up. You can go into the later videos and you can watch that as well. And the next episode and the final one is coming. Little bit of review video is also launching very soon on this YouTube channel as well.
Yes,
so Richard,
hopefully next couple of weeks we'll have the 6th episode out, and then we'll have a playlist. So the 3 episodes that are on my channel and the 3 episodes that are on Saim Safdar's channel, Cloud Native FM. Check them both out. If you're not subscribed to the channels, please do so. That really helps us out. Hey, somebody waving. So yeah, please do that. Please do subscribe. Okay, that lady's busy. She just got really busy. So I'm going to have to move on. So I've moved on. Let me see if I can explore a little bit down here. Now, you said there was a couple of requests from folks in the live stream. So have you been able to locate those companies for me on the map?
There's one called Indus.
And if so, adjacent to a bigger stand, somebody who's a bigger stand maybe, that we can locate them with.
So here's Richard. Indus, let me tell you what the company we need to go to. It's called Indus Valley Lab, and they built out a solution on Kubernetes. Oh my God!
Okay.
Somebody has been there and they build out a
We're
solution.
really finding them. We'll find an open source and a Kubernetes guy. Wow, we might end up turning this into a KubeCon eventually.
Oh my God!
London,
So that's the Indus
it'll
Valley
be
Lab.
London. It'll be London Tech Week KubeCon, London Tech KubeCon or something.
So Richard, there's one of the disappointment on the agenda because they haven't listed the stand number in there. It's called
Right.
Pakistan. You have to go to the Pakistan Pavilion for that.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Let me
Then
see
you
if I
will-
can find it. Okay. I mean, is it? I can't. Yeah. It's hard for me to find everything because I don't have access to the map here. So,
Oh yes.
but yeah, let me see if I can walk around here. So you can see AWS and Nscale.
All
Just
I can
conscious of
see-
the. Yeah, same. Just conscious of the time. I believe the exhibition area closes at 6, so we need to
Oh.
do maybe
And
one or
next-
two more quick interviews and then wrap up for today. And then tomorrow, I've got a lot more time, so we'll start straight away into the interviews, and we'll be trying to cover most of them. And if not, we'll take some of them offline and do the
Nscale is
offline
Nscale
interviews.
is in our list. Richard, Nscale is on our Rich. And yes, you can
Okay,
speak-
Nscale is on our list. Okay, so
Can you-
there's Pakistan. This is tech destination Pakistan, Ministry of
they are
IT
there.
and Telecom.
Have you seen anyone there, or there's nobody's there? It's empty.
Well, there's some people sitting down. I don't know what they're doing. I've got no idea.
That's a challenge.
So-
here.
Yeah, I think there's smaller companies here that are kind of exhibiting, saying.
Yes.
So-
In that space, there's somebody from Indus Valley there, I think. In that one umbrella.
Oh, Indus Valley. Okay, let me see if I can find them. Indus Valley. Okay. I got Soft Tech. I got Rapid. I got Cube Canvas, AI
Yes,
Pad
Cube
Visual Kubernetes ID. Is that the one?
Yes, absolutely. Can you
Okay,
see
that's
if-
one down. So we'll see if we can talk to them in a minute. Hang on. What was the other one? Indus Valley. Okay.
Yes, the Indus Valley is actually, yes, you are in the good, you are in a good position. Like that's the one, the Cube Canvas when we need to speak
Okay.
with them. Yeah, this
All right.
company is
I'll go
called
back to
Indus-
them.
Yes, the company is
I'll
called.
go back to them.
Yes, Indus Valley, and their tool is called Cube Canvas.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, we found them then. Hang on. Let me go back.
Yes, I think this is the area is where all of my region tech are present there. So good to see
Right,
them.
right. Let me see if I can talk to somebody here who is from. Hold on a minute, please.
Okay, yes.
We missed them. They've gone. So I will come
Oh.
back tomorrow. These folks are from the other stand here, from Softtech Business Services. So
Oh, no.
we've missed Cube Canvas, but we will pick them up tomorrow. So Saim, make a note of them.
Oh,
The Pakistan tech stand is easy to find because it's smack in the middle. So really
Yeah.
easy to find, right next to AMD and Nscale.
Yes.
So no problem. We can find them tomorrow.
Nscale is in front of you, I believe. And that's
Okay,
one of
yes. Now let me go and see if I can talk to somebody from Nscale. Here we go. Nscale.
They have
It's a
that's
nice,
a
nice
very-
stand.
very
Very impressive
nice.
stand. But looks like they've gone home as well.
Everybody's
There's a lady cleaning the stand. There's a lady cleaning the stand, doing a fantastic job. But I think Nscale have gone home. Have you guys gone home? Ah, okay.
Richard, wow, they have a very like modern and very
But the Nscale have gone home, apparently. So the lady who's sorting out the stand, very lovely. Give us a wave then. You're live on YouTube with your Hoover, with your vacuum cleaner. So Nscale have gone home. So we'll pick them up tomorrow as well, I'm afraid, because we're kind of getting towards the end of the day here.
They have a very, very bigger and very modern
They
booth.
do. They do. Oh, look, it's a video game. Is this a video game? Oh, switched off. What a shame. Helping Britain prosper. Yeah, but it's switched off. Voice Bank. Okay. Right.
JetBrains.
JetBrains.
Some JetBrains.
Yes, Saim, go ahead.
I'm saying, can you check anyone from JetBrains?
Yes, let me see if somebody. Yes, let me see if somebody's available to have a conversation with. Just bear with me. Hold on. I'll see if I can talk to someone. Brains said no, so they can't do an interview, unfortunately. So don't say we didn't try. We did try. We are trying, but some folks just don't want to do it. So there you go.
I will see from if there's anything from our list. It will turn up. Richard, if you can, we will try a few things. Like, how much, if you spotted Digital Ocean or Delight is also on the list, can you
No, I haven't. Do you know what? I haven't seen Digital, and I'm not sure if they're here because
Richard, Delight is
I've not seen
in
Deloitte. Yes. Okay, let me see if anybody's available. Okay, people having conversations.
These booths are, Richard,
people talking.
Very attractive.
Yes, it's a kind of greenish type of color. Right next to Dell. Oh, there's somebody having a race on the light stand. There's two people having a race.
Who are they? They're playing Formula One.
Let's see how the race is going.
Oh, great. I would definitely try that one, Richard. I'm feeling jealous now.
I know you would. I know you would.
My word. That's McLaren's car.
I know you would.
The constructor champions.
It is. Folks having a good time. Although their curved monitor is a little bit on the small side. Mine is a 57-inch 4K, so slightly smaller than mine, unfortunately.
Yeah, so Richard, I think these booths and this atmosphere and the gaming and
they're still talking, these folks, unfortunately. So they're still talking here. So I don't have anybody else to. I can't find it. These guys are just doing the racing, and then this is the business side. And the business side is quite busy. They're still talking with customers.
Okay. But good to see, Richard. I'm seeing the sun is enough.
Let me see if we can move on. Maybe do one last interview. One last interview before we get kicked out.
You have 17 minutes more before.
I've not been down this way before. Hold on. So, yeah, it's not Ad System said no earlier. HubSpot is kind of more CRM type of thing, so not really our bag. Oh, there's I can see an AI analytics sign. Wonder who that is. AI Analytics Intelligence. I think that was one that's on our list.
Yes, I think.
Yes, AI Analytics Intelligence. Correct? Is that on our list?
Yes, they are on our list.
Cool. All right. Fantastic. Let me see if I can talk to the folks here. Just bear with me. You have a look on the. Oh, and there's Prolific as well. Okay, so get quality data and yes. Well, it was the data one that I wanted to talk to. So just bear with me. Hold on. So I am here with AI Analytics Intelligence. Here we go. Okay, so a quick intro to yourself and to the company, please.
Sorry?
quick introduction to yourself and to the company, please.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Uche. I work with the analytics intelligence as a data scientist. And at analytics intelligence, we do analytics for LLMs. We understand that LLMs are just large language models, and people like analytics basically. So we do a lot of computation for data, and then the LLM takes out the output. And we have worked with loads of companies. We have worked with Royal Mail, London Stock Exchange. We basically do a lot of the analytics for works that you have. One of our products is Data Assistant. So this is Data Assistant that we worked on. Data Assistant is a platform where all your data is aggregated into one place, and you use natural language to be able to prompt and get your answers. So we work with GA4, Google Analytics. If your data is stored, or if it is a static data, you can be able to ask it questions and get your result. How many people came to my website yesterday? It has that answer, and to tell you where it got that data from. So it doesn't hallucinate. Reduces hallucination by 98%, and which is very, very effective for any movement. Yeah, so that's what we do.
Okay, so sort of website data and metrics is one thing. What other use cases are there for your platform?
Okay, so website data is one of them, financial data as well, stock exchange data. So any form of analytical data that you may actually need, that's all that we basically function on, and that's what we work with. And that's what we have built so far for many of the clients.
Okay, and where does the data have to be? Is it like still sitting in databases, or in a warehouse of some kind, data warehouse or something like that? How do you kind of get to the data to your platform?
Okay, that's a very good question, and that's a question that we get asked a lot of times. We do both. If you have a static data, CSV, JSON, you can easily upload to the data and still get an answer itself. Or you need live data of SQL databases or any other database where you may have. Our platform is able to connect directly. If it has an API, it will get the data syntax and the metadata directly, and then we can be able to prompt wherever. So as long as we have the data, so wherever it may be, if you are talking SQL, if you are talking Azure, if you are talking AWS, wherever the data may be sitting or may be seated, as long as it has an API to call the data, we can be able to connect it directly to our platform. Yeah.
Right. So then, when you kind of get the data, what is the next step? Is it to train the models, or is it for the models to actually use during inference when they're live?
Exactly. So we don't train any model based on any proprietary client's data. All we do is do the computation, and the reporting is based off of the model that is being chosen. So if the computation works directly, the data we just send the data directly to the LLM to produce the output directly. So there is no interface to train. Some people don't want their data to be sent to any external cloud. They want it there directly. So we do some sort of PSLM. So PSLM is personal private small language models that can act as those reporters in itself. Those specific use case reporters. Yeah.
Fantastic. Uche, thanks so much for your time. That's data intelligence. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Richard. Yeah.
Thank you. Excellent. So that was really good. The data obviously is extremely important around data. So these guys kind of capture the data from whatever source. They don't really care what cloud it's in.
Is there anyone from Prolific there, Richard? Before
yes. So I'm going to see if I can chat to Prolific next. Let's see if they're actually available for a quick conversation. Just bear with me, please. So Prolific are up for it. So let's do a quick interview with them. Okay. Hello. So quick intro to yourself, please, and then to Prolific as well, please.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really nice to meet you. My name is Emilio. I work in the product team here at prolific.com. Feel free to check it out.
Fantastic. So what's Prolific about? What do you guys kind of offer? What's your solution?
Yeah, I think the easiest way to understand us is through the three use cases that we cover. I'd say academia, where we started, it's a very big one. But we also serve AI customers, both from the application layer, but also from the foundational layer, like the AI research labs who done the large language models. And the third use case is like partnerships and B2B audiences. So we serve customers in all three. And we serve them all through the same way, which is providing a human infrastructure through an API.
Right. So is that kind of the solution around data? Is that correct?
Yeah, well, our human participants provide that data. So for an AI company, that data could be anything that is human in the loop in the training or evaluation process. But yeah, our participants can provide any sorts of feedback. It can be their opinion, it can be an image annotation, it can be a video annotation, all sorts of data.
Okay. And is that used mainly for just training, or is it kind of in the sort of real time and inference as well?
Yeah, we have like extremely fast responses. If the pay is right, we can answer in a matter of seconds. So yeah, we are used for some almost real-time scenarios that require a human in the loop.
Right. So data's kind of not always, perfect, right? It's not always a name, address, telephone number, and kind of just repeat to infinity. So how do you guys kind of help customers to cleanse the data and prepare the data if they, let's say, they're interested in kind of using that data for training, for example?
Yeah, absolutely. So something we benefit is that we've been in the market for like 15 years. So our participant pool is like extremely high quality data wise. We've begun helping University of Oxford researchers, Stanford researchers, Harvard researchers with their online research. And we help customers ensuring that data is top-notch quality because we have like constant vetting of our participants and their areas of domain expertise. And so we trust our participants and their quality like very highly. And in a task that they take place, we also help with quality assurance of those data points. So yeah, we're in an always on loop of improving the tasks that they do.
Fantastic. Last question. So there's a lot of talk kind of about doing inference kind of really where the data is. Are you seeing that as a sort of a request from your customers or a challenge that they're facing?
Great question. I might not be the best person to answer that, but something I can do tell you is that we've seen like this movement on task complexity. So, back in the days where ChatGPT was starting, it was a lot of labeling of data. The times of scale AI before they were acquired, it was a very common use case. It was a lot of like AV comparison of model outputs, a lot of evals rubrics, and nowadays we're seeing like very complex tasks being evaluated, like complete like this 8-hour financial analyst type of task. So yeah, tasks are becoming more and more complex. The AI companies are tackling the most complex use cases out there. So yeah, it's a very interesting time to be in the industry.
Fantastic. Okay, well, I appreciate your time for the interview. Thanks a lot.
Absolutely. Thank you. Have a lovely day.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Okay, so that was Prolific, Saim. I
That's
think
brilliant.
we're nearing the end here, so we're going to have to wrap up soon.
So Richard,
But
yes, we have 7 minutes for you because I think that conference floor is closing up for you. So you need to review it.
yes, a lot of people are already gone home. Unfortunately, a couple that we wanted to get hold of have gone home. So yes, we're going to have to wrap up. I'm going to the after party. I've been invited as part of the press to go to the after party, so I'll be doing that. But yes, we can wrap up, I think, fairly soon. There is more to come tomorrow, of course. We're going to be covering some of the other exhibitors that we wanted on our list that were, hang on, traffic jam.
Okay.
Whoa. Okay, something's been spilled on the floor, so I'm gonna let me do a 180 and go the other way. So somebody spilled something on the floor. Yes, so I will be doing that tomorrow. So we'll be having a conversation with more of the folks on our list tomorrow. I think there's a lot more around here, hidden gems that we can talk to. There's a lot more on our list, so we'll see if we can plot those tomorrow a little bit more efficiently, shall we say, so we can actually have conversations with them. And then hopefully we'll do a quick review towards the end as well. So we'll have a little conversation towards the end and kind of review the show and the type of sort of experience that we've had as well from the show and what people have been saying to us so far. To be honest with you, from kind of what I've heard and seen and what people have been saying, especially people like Lokai, for example, really hitting it on the head. This is really where it's at, and this is where I think what you and I are hearing elsewhere on things like inference and sovereignty and so on are all pretty much being reflected here in the interviews and the conversations I've had today. So definitely something to consider going forward. But a lot of this stuff is actually as we expected it to be in terms of the data, in terms of sovereignty, in terms of where inference is going to run and stuff like that. I would say still early days, so we've still got a lot of things to work out. People kind of to understand that this is what it means to do inference and so on. But I suspect it will be definitely the sort of thing that is happening. And we'll get to see a little bit more of it tomorrow, hopefully, Saim.
Yes, absolutely. And I think this is a confirmation to the things we actually learned from today and speak through during the guest, I think 4 to 5 guests today, is the confirmation of really what we have been covering on these YouTube channel for a very long time. Digital sovereignty is becoming a priority. AI at the edge is kind of a solution that need to be has been experimented more. The AI at the edge is being the thing that need to be in the table rather than putting everything on the inference and the scaling things together. So I think there's a confirmation to things we actually have been covered for the event. So Richard, we have to say bye to our audience in a minute, but I will give you a little bit more time to actually finally give us a good kind of, you are there, you are very fast these days.
I just came up these stairs. Let me show you where I was. Hold on. So I just came up this set of stairs as we were talking. So there you go.
Okay, Richard, just 2 minutes before we leave off the conversation here, any final wrap up?
Yeah. No, I mean, like I said, I think it's been interesting. It's not our usual crowd, as I said. We spotted a few gems, open source, and somebody's actually doing something with Kubernetes. Not the sort of conversation you'd expect at London Tech Week, but there you go. Interesting show. As I said, if you really want to get your solutions, this is the place to come. If you want to talk to companies that are from other countries, maybe kind of for resource or for efficiency and lower or reduced licensing on something, maybe you can do that. There's certainly plenty of those here, and we've not done it justice. This is not our sort of core interest, but certainly a lot of it around. You can probably hear the announcement now. They're saying that the exhibition is now closed, so we're going to get kicked out fairly soon. But it's been really interesting day. Learned a lot as well, and we've got a lot more to catch up on because there was some people like Glean and others that we couldn't get to today because they were so busy. But we'll hopefully get them tomorrow.
Still, you've done a very wonderful job. You find 5 people to interview with, and I find some very good companies to keep an eye out as well. And also, I think the viewers find out very interesting. There are some people are joining us on the comments, telling us they're really happy that things go up. Thank you very much, Sabir Waqas, for putting your wonderful comments.
We appreciate the feedback. That's really useful. And please keep that coming, guys.
Absolutely. And we look forward to meeting you again tomorrow. And hopefully there are more interviews in the pipeline, because we learned today there's some very good companies. We need to consider interviewing them tomorrow as well. Thank you very much for turning up to the Cloud Native FM and Cloud Therapist YouTube show. Looking forward to meeting you again tomorrow, same time, 4 p.m. BST.
Thanks, guys.